Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today I am doing a highly requested makeup look. I was wearing this makeup yesterday and I actually filmed this video yesterday, but there was some issues with my audio, so I know I'm refilming it, but I was really glad that you guys were interested in seeing this look. I posted a video on Instagram yesterday and I had a lot of you message me and ask me what I was wearing on my eyes. So I'm gonna share with you that look. It is sweat proof, it is waterproof, it is perfect for summer, and I feel like it's the perfect, appropriate, kind of everyday neutral glam. Not too much, but you know, you have taken some time and effort into your makeup, but it's very simple steps. So I have my foundation on, concealer, I have bronzer, and I have brows. We're gonna start from here. First, I'm gonna add a little bit of color to my cheeks, and I was really excited to play with this product this past week. This is from Power 28 Beauty. This is their cream blush in the shade Bronzino West Coast. I'm not sure if the name is Bronzino or the shade is West Coast. It says both here. This is such a beautiful cream blush. It has a little bit of a pearlescent to it, and it says bronze, and it definitely gives a bit of bronze to the skin, but it also has a little bit of a like a blush tone, kind of like a mauve tone too. So I like to wear this in addition to my bronzer rather than like supplementing my bronzer with this. So I just kind of press this onto the cheeks. What I like about this product is it's very buildable. It goes on pretty light and sheer, but you can build it to get more color. It's a very like natural kind of a flush from within look to the cheeks, especially in the summer when you've had a little bit of sun, or maybe you're kind of coming back from vacation and you know, like maybe a week after you've returned, your skin has just that perfect like golden bronzy glow. I feel like that's what this product gives. I am gonna set everything with a little bit of powder just to kind of cut down some shine. The foundation that I used today is actually from Sephora as well. Let me share it with you. Where did you go? Where did you go? Here you are. I used the Beauty Blender Bounce Skin Tint, and I only have this on top of my Mineral SPF Tinted Moisturizer. It's the Say Beauty Slip Tint. So I have that on with this on top, and I have this amount of coverage, which is very light, but it covers, you know, evens everything out, I should say. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna kind of, let's see, we're going to softly set strategically with powder. So I'm not gonna powder my entire face, especially since I have quite a bit of cream products on my skin. I use that cream blush. I also use the Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer to bronze my skin. So I'm gonna kind of avoid those areas if I can, and I'm just gonna set with powder around my nose, underneath my eyes, in the middle of my forehead, around my mouth, and I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of create a little powder barrier underneath that cream product. That'll kind of help keep it from sliding throughout the day. If you live in a climate like I do where it's literally 105 degrees, it's gonna be 105 degrees today, it's nice to kind of create that little powder barrier that'll help keep your product, your cream product in place. To set everything, I just use the Pat McGrath loose powder. Okay, so let's go in for the eyes. The eyes are so simple, and I'm really excited to share this look with you because I'm using products that you might walk past in Sephora and be a little intimidated by, because I know I was for the longest time. And then my friend, who's actually here on YouTube, it's Glam Girl Chelsea, she was sharing these. We're on like this group Marco Polo, and she was sharing these to us, and I was like, I'm gonna go pick those up, and I'm so glad I did. It was one of those products that I was like, you know, when you're aware of a product but you pass it up for whatever reason, and then you finally try it and you love it, and you're like, why did I wait so long to try it? That is this product. This is the Danessa Myricks Color Fix. I have them in a couple of shades actually. I picked up a few of them. I have more of them around, but today we're gonna use the shade Exposed and the shade Ballerina. One is matte, one is shimmer. Exposed is this really pretty like matte taupey brown, and then Ballerina is this really pretty silvery pink pearlescent shimmer. So these are great because it actually is an eye, cheek, or lip product. I really just use these on the eyes. I haven't played with them much anywhere else. You only need a tiny amount. I mean, I don't ever see myself actually going through a full one of these. Now I'm gonna take a fluffy brush, and this is just a fluffy crease brush, and I'm gonna use the tip of it, and I'm going to work this onto my lid. I didn't put an eye primer or anything down. You could actually see my concealer kind of creasing there. I'm gonna sheer this out. This product is a cream, like a thick cream, but you can really sheer it out to get a nice sheer layer. It is sweat proof, it is waterproof, it stays in place. You can use this as an eyeshadow primer if you want, like if you would like to put a shadow on top of it, but I really feel like there's no need because they come in such beautifully pigmented colors that keep your makeup simple. You know, adding a powder shadow on top of this doesn't really necessarily add to the look, in my opinion. You get a beautiful look with this alone, so I like to keep light layers, especially in the summer. So I'm just kind of shearing this out, and blending it and diffusing it from my lash line into my crease. It is buildable. If you want it to be a little darker, you can add another layer. You could also use a brush that's a little bit more dense that'll pack more on. I want it to be light and sheer because the color of this and the pigment of this is, you know, it's kind of dark for my skin tone, so I want to really sheer it out. Plus this whole look is all about like a nice natural neutral glam. So that's where we're at. You can see that I still have product left. I didn't even use what I picked up. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this off my hand because like I said, these stay in place, and if I were to let this completely dry, I'd have to use like a special makeup remover to get it off. So I'm gonna just use a makeup wipe now while it's still wet and I can get it off. So what I like about these is you have time to blend and manipulate them and work with them, but once they dry, they are not going anywhere, okay? Next, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna add a tiny bit of highlight. I'm gonna use the same product, but in the shade Ballerina, and I'm gonna see if I can squeeze out like the tiniest a bit. And I'm gonna go in with another shadow brush. This one is a smaller crease brush, and I'm gonna take the tiniest bit on the tip, and I'm just gonna place this kind of in the middle of the lid, and then I'm gonna work it into the inner corner. I want this to be a nice sheer highlight. I don't wanna pack it on. I just want you to see the most subtle, slight light reflection when I'm looking down or I'm blinking. It just adds a little bit of dimension to what would otherwise be a pretty like monochromatic matte look. This is adding a little dimension to it in the most subtle way. Perfect. Okay, so now you see we have a little bit of brightness. Next, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna add a powder bronzer to my crease. Today I used a cream bronzer from Charlotte Tilbury, but if you typically use a powder bronzer to bronze your face, go in and use the same one. This is by Charlotte Tilbury. This is the airbrush bronzer, and I'm gonna take it on the tip. I'm just gonna add this to my crease. This is gonna add a little bit more dimension in the crease. It's also gonna slightly warm this look up a bit because that exposed shade, the first shade we put down, is pretty cool tone. I'm gonna warm it up a little bit. Next, I'm gonna create a very tiny, thin, slightly winged out liner, really just to lift the eye, but I don't want it to be a thick, heavy line. I'm using the Fenty Beauty fly liner in the shade Cause I'm Black. It's just a nice, beautiful, rich black. This is a nice liquid liner pen because it has a very pointed tip you can use to create a really thin line. It's also very pigmented, so you don't have to like go over back and forth on top of what you're doing. You can get just a nice opaque line from your first little stroke. And I'm gonna slightly wing that out. You can see it without mascara. Once I have mascara on, it's just gonna kind of look like an elongation of my lashes. For lower lash line, we're using the shade Bourbon by Urban Decay. This is a really great kohl pencil. I like them because they're very soft. So they're very comfortable to glide onto the skin. Once they set though, they stay in place. I like this particular shade because it's bronze. It has some gold flecks to it, which creates a little bit of a softer line. And I usually use this on my lower lash line. You'll hardly ever see me use black on my lower lash line, and I rarely use like a matte pencil on my lower lash, and sometimes I do, but I really prefer a shade with some shimmer to it. Next, we're gonna go back in with that same brush that we used to apply that Ballerina shade, and we're gonna go take some more of the shade Exposed, and we're taking a tiny bit, and we're just gonna use the tip of this, and we're gonna just kind of go over that lower lash line. This is going to do a couple things. It's going to make it a little bit more smoky. It's also going to seal this and make this wet and waterproof now. It's so hot, you guys, in Austin, Texas. I'm sure you hear it. If you have any friends in Texas and you see them on social media, we are all like posting pictures of our like car temperature, and it's just, it's absurd. It's just so crazy hot. Okay, next I'm gonna go in for lashes, and I'm really excited because I have a new mascara to play with today. I'm gonna curl my lashes first. And actually in the video yesterday, I did have false lashes on, but today I'm going to use just some mascara because I'm excited to try this new tubing mascara from Tarte. All right, I'm gonna apply a little bit of a lash primer. I'm gonna use this lash primer from Lancome. So I'm using the Tartelette Tubing Mascara. It's such a gorgeous, gorgeous component. It's nice and weighted and heavy. It's this really pretty pearlescent lilac shade. It's beautiful. I am a fan of Tarte mascaras. One of my favorites is their Man-Eater mascara. Lights Camera Lashes I also love. Oh, okay, I love wands like this. These are probably my favorite type of mascara wand. It's nice and thin, short, tiny little teeth. It's almost like, I don't know that it's rubbery, but it has that, like, it's just really mess-free. I find that these types of wands are very easy to control, and they're mess-free for the most part. Watch me make a giant mess on my eyes. Okay, so let's get this hair back. I just washed it last night, so it's extra today. Okay, I'm gonna start at the root of my lash. I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna wiggle the wand back and forth. Doing this is allowing you to get the most product right there at the root of the lashes so that you have a lot of volume and thickness, fullness there. And then I'm gonna pull up. Ooh, this is nice. It's creating good length and volume, but not too thick. Ooh, that looks good. Look at the difference. I'm gonna do another coat. Ooh, okay, I love that. That almost looks like a natural false lash strip to me. Like this looks like the shape, length, and volume of a lash strip that I would use during the daytime. Ooh, okay, I like that. I was able to build and get a lot of length and good volume. I'm gonna do the lower lashes. I just like to do a very little coat on my lower lashes. I don't want anything too heavy on the lower lash. Perfect. Okay, next I'm gonna go in for lips. For lips, I'm lining my lips with this Makeup by Mario lip pencil. This is the shade Johnny. That's the shade. It's just a really pretty kind of cool tone pink, kind of going with this cool tone vibes. I do have a warmer cheek though on, so it kind of balances everything out. I'm going to blot my lips. I had a little bit of the Too Faced lip injection on my lips. And I slightly overlined my lips just for a little bit more fullness. I'm going in with one of my favorite nude lipsticks. It's by Fashion Fair and it's the shade Nude Etude. It's a really pretty peachy, like beigey peach nude lip. Very pigmented, has a nice texture. Just need a little swipe and you get full pigmented payoff. And then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna add a little bit of the Too Faced lip injection on top. I've really been loving this lip plumper lately. Just gonna add a little bit to give a high shine to the lips and also smooth out any like lines or texture that you see on the lips, which gives the illusion of more fullness. And this is the finished look. This is what I was wearing yesterday minus the false lashes. So you can kind of compare the two. I'll link the video that I posted on Instagram down below so you can see the difference with lashes and without. This makeup lasted all day yesterday and I had a very busy day. And like I said, it's summer in Austin, Texas, so it is hot. So this is definitely gonna be a go-to look for me. I'll have all the products that I use from Sephora listed and linked in the description box below so you guys can check that out. Let me know what you think. Do you like this look? Is this something you think you would wear? Have you tried the Danessa Myricks Color Fix? If you haven't, I highly encourage you to go check these out. Do not be afraid. They are very easy and user-friendly to use, and they are perfect for summertime. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.